Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abdul Hadi bin Yahya. So, in this video, our topic is about the news of the vegetable price that rise up to 50% since the beginning of Aidilfitri. The news of the increase in the price of this vegetable has had a very big impact on the daily life to all Malaysians. Because as we know, vegetables are one of the main ingredients that used in food cooking for the people in Malaysia. So, of course, when the price of vegetables goes up, then the price of food is also increased by the seller. Starting with the price of vegetables to the increase in food price, it will then also affect the price of other goods, as each of the people will have to increase their daily income due to the increase in the daily standard of living that caused by the rising price of vegetables. The question is, why and how the price of vegetable can rise so sharply? So, the answer for the question is, it is due to the lack of supply to some types of things. But the worst affecting of the vegetable price increase is due to the high increase of the price of the fertilizer. The chairman of the Malaysian Vegetable Growers Federation, Lim Serqui, said the previous price of 120 ringgit for a sack had risen sharply to 250 ringgit per sack for fertilizer. Fertilizer are a very important ingredient for use in vegetable cultivation. Therefore, the increase in the price of fertilizers necessarily affects the selling price for the vegetables. Other than that, the increase in the price of vegetables also depends a lot on the supply of the vegetables itself. If there is a lot of vegetable supply, the price will be cheap. However, if the vegetable is lack of supply, the price will rise up. According to the chairman of the Federation of Malaysian Vegetable Growers, previously the price of vegetables will rise within 2 weeks, but now, even 2 days, if the supply is affected, the price will go up. It is because the demand of vegetables is very high. Although the price goes up or down, the demand for vegetables remains high in the market because it is a substance that is used daily, especially for food sellers. This makes it impossible for sellers to avoid from buying the vegetables even if the price increase. Therefore, food sellers are forced to increase the selling price of their food to avoid losses in their business. In addition, one of the main factors for the increase in vegetable price is due to the lack of foreign labor in vegetable farms. So the question is, why not employ local workers instead of foreign workers? This is because in this sector, it requires workers to start working at 3 a.m. to pick vegetables on the farm before the lorry comes at 6 a.m. to be delivered to the market to ensure its freshness. But local workers refused to start working from 3 a.m. but instead wanted to start working from 7 or 8 a.m., leaving no workers wanting to pick vegetables on the farm until it finally broke down on the farm. Next, for my self-reflection, for this issue, I will take a step by reduce my expenses on things that are not necessary, so that I am not burdened by the increase in food price due to the rising price of the vegetables. Also, if I have the power and ability to do something as the role of Khalifah of Allah on this earth, I will try to help as much as possible to the farmers, especially to the farmers that have a difficulty in farming. For me, the government in charge of this sector should carry out the amanah given as best as possible by assisting the agriculture group and industry in our country. For example, by subsidizing mainly on the cost of fertilizer, which is a major factor in the increase in vegetable price. This can help to control the price of vegetables from becoming very high in the market. The government also needs to carry out control and monitoring among sellers so that there are no sellers who take advantage by selling vegetables or food at expensive prices to buyers. In a nutshell, on this issue, the government has the biggest role to play in overcoming and controlling the situation of the increase in the price of this vegetable. The government needs to take it seriously and find solutions to the sharp increase in the price of vegetable to reduce the burden on the people, especially those who are from poor families. The seller should also consider the reasonable price to the buyer. Do not attach importance to the high profit only without thinking about the fate of the buyer. That's all from me. Thank you for watching this video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.